A relentless hum echoes from the deepest pockets of the cosmos, a hum so profoundly unsettling that some say it might reveal an interstellar code. Imagine for a moment that behind the swirl of galaxies, the flicker of pulsars, and the hush of vacuum, there's a hidden dialect shaping reality itself. This isn't idle conjecture. Top scientists have found mathematical structures embedded in cosmic background noise that defy random chance. If you pause to consider what that implies, you might wonder if we've overlooked the greatest cosmic conversation in history. Are these signals actually messages, or are we projecting meaning onto a chaotic void? We stand at the edge of a staggering possibility, that the universe might be speaking to us in a language older than time, composed of resonant frequencies and unsuspected patterns. Any attempt to decode it could redefine how we see matter, consciousness, and life itself. Yet every time we try to interpret those signals, another layer of complexity emerges, as though we're peeling an infinite onion. Some cryptographers have detected recurring prime sequences lurking in background radiation, and others are convinced these prime clues hint at a universal syntax. If that's not enough to spark your curiosity, there's also the uncanny symmetry in the distribution of galaxies, suggestive of a well-choreographed dance rather than mindless expansion. Could it be that cosmic chance is overshadowed by cosmic intention? In this video, we're about to descend into that labyrinth of questions and theories. The deeper we go, the clearer and yet more perplexing this cosmic puzzle becomes. Ready to step into a realm where everything you thought you knew about space, time, and life might be the faint echo of a grander script? Let's proceed. How does one read a cosmic language without a universal dictionary? The question itself sounds absurd. Yet for centuries, mathematicians, mystics, and philosophers have tried to decipher the silent pulses that might cradle cosmic significance. We talk of fractals hidden in shells and galaxies, echoing the spiral geometry of the Fibonacci sequence, pointing to an enduring pattern that surfaces everywhere from petal arrangements to spiral arms of majestic nebulas. Could it be that these repeating motifs represent an implicit grammar, waiting for us to decode its rules? Then there's the matter of quantum entanglement, which Einstein famously derided as spooky action at a distance. Particles separated by light years can somehow remain in sync, as if they're communicating behind the scenes. Conventional science explains this as a fundamental property of quantum mechanics. But could there be a deeper message woven into this phenomenon? Some frontier researchers wonder if entanglement is the punctuation mark of the universal language, a clue that everything might be interconnected through shared bits of cosmic information that outpace even the speed of light. Meanwhile, certain astrophysicists have discovered rhythmic pulses from rotating neutron stars that appear eerily regular, almost clock-like. The question is whether these pulses are mere astrophysical processes or something akin to cosmic Morse code. Perhaps we're on the verge of interpreting them incorrectly or ignoring them entirely. The notion that there's a hidden code isn't simply an exercise in imagination. It's grounded in the curious data surplus we keep stumbling upon. As telescopes and detectors improve, each discovery raises more questions, fueling the suspicion that reality is more like a grand tapestry of symbols than a random swirl. Dare we unravel it further, pushing beyond the boundaries of what we label as scientific fact? Yet here's the paradox. For every mesmerizing pattern we find, there's an equally legitimate argument that we're imposing structure on chaos. If you stare at static long enough, you're bound to see illusions. Scientists warn us against apophenia, the tendency to perceive meaningful connections in random data. Are we gazing into the sky, sifting through cosmic echoes and weaving illusions where no genuine code exists? This contradiction tears at the foundations of current theories. On one hand, the data is too uncanny to dismiss. On the other, there's a risk that our search for meaning is projecting illusions onto starlight, echoing the ancient practice of reading omens in the flight paths of birds. To add to the confusion, some cryptographers have tried to interpret these prime number sequences in cosmic signals, only to find that they break pattern at crucial junctures. One day, they seem intriguingly consistent, but the next, they slip into near randomness. It's as if the cosmos is playing hide and seek, offering glimpses of order behind the veil, then abruptly cloaking it again. Could it be that this language is dynamic, changing over time, or have we reached the limits of our decoding tools? And then there's the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of the Big Bang. We once believed it to be random static, but detailed maps reveal subtle temperature fluctuations that some interpret as the earliest cosmic signature. Yet these fluctuations can also be explained by standard cosmology, leaving us torn between the known and the unknown. The deeper we dive, the more the lines blur between pattern, possibility, and projection. This tension might be exactly what compels us to keep searching. Either we stumble upon the ultimate cosmic key, or we confirm that the universe is fundamentally silent. I recall being a child, looking up at the night sky and feeling an overwhelming sense of awe. Even then, I sensed there was something more than just silent twinkling lights. That childhood wonder shaped many of us, fueling a longing to crack a code that might explain existence. Behind every scientific discovery, there's a little hint of that childlike curiosity, a voice inside that says, there must be something bigger here, something we're missing. It's the same wonder that propelled ancient astronomers to chart the heavens, scrawl star maps on cave walls, and construct monumental observatories aligned with cosmic rhythms. Sometimes this longing feels almost spiritual, as though we're searching for a cosmic lullaby to remind us we're not alone. Entire civilizations, from the Egyptians to the Maya, have insisted on a celestial connection binding us to the cosmos. They built temples that mirrored star constellations, and some believed the gods themselves spoke through the alignment of planets and eclipses. Whether or not these histories hold literal truths, they bear witness to a universal yearning to decode cosmic signs. In their myths, we see reflections of a deep-rooted intuition that the universe might be speaking, if only we had the ears to hear. Now with advanced technology, we can probe deeper than ever before. Yet that sense of childlike bewilderment remains. Even with our arrays of satellites and quantum instruments, we still look to the skies, hearts brimming with anticipation. Perhaps there's a reason we feel such wonder. Maybe that longing is more than emotion. Perhaps it's the quiet nudge of an ancient dialogue urging us forward. Each new telescope, each improved sensor, might edge us closer to hearing echoes from a universal heart that's been beating long before humanity ever looked up. Consider, for instance, a series of anomalies in the distribution of cosmic rays, documented over the past decade. Multiple observatories reported spikes at intervals that defied conventional explanations. Though initially dismissed as instrument error, repeated observations confirmed these surges were genuine, not random noise. Some experts suggest they might originate from processes in distant magnetars, but a vocal minority wonders if these bursts form part of a larger cosmic pattern, a recurring beat that resonates with certain numerical regularities. The more we measure, the more it seems that subtle mathematical constants appear everywhere. Pi shows up in black hole thermodynamics, the golden ratio seeds the spiral structure of galaxies, and the fine structure constant hints at a universal blueprint. We can't help but be energized by the possibility that these constants aren't just arbitrary features of physics, but cornerstones of a hidden cosmic grammar, a set of universal laws that might double as linguistic building blocks. Then, data from gravitational wave observatories introduced a puzzle. Certain wave frequencies emerged more often than predicted, fueling speculation of an encoded cosmic signature traveling across the fabric of space-time. It's as if someone is incrementally raising the volume on cosmic anomalies, beckoning us to decipher them. And with each new satellite launched, each new ground-based telescope, we hear fresh tremors in the cosmic hush. Our instruments are more sensitive than they've ever been, capturing data that has the power to either confirm or disprove these radical notions. The tension is palpable. Either we're on the cusp of a paradigm shift that shatters conventional physics, or we're just chasing specters that vanish under deeper scrutiny. But as more evidence accumulates, excitement surges. Could we be nearing a eureka moment, where all these patterns snap into focus, like a cryptic puzzle finally solved? And just when we think we might be close to a breakthrough, another mystery arises. Some propose that the universal code, if it exists, might be linked to consciousness itself. Could our minds be part of the puzzle, the final piece necessary to interpret the signals? Others argue that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations, if they exist, could have left intentional markers in the cosmic tapestry. Instead of searching for direct transmissions, perhaps we should be interpreting the cosmic background as contextual clues. If advanced life forms wanted to communicate across eons, weaving their messages into the very laws of physics might be the most foolproof method. We find ourselves perched on the brink of two radically different futures. One where we unravel a cosmic language that toggles between matter, energy, and mind, a revelation that recasts everything we know. Or a future where, after countless attempts, we find only randomness, concluding that we humans are alone with our desire for meaning, searching empty static for whispers of cosmic design, yet the potential payoff keeps us moving forward. There's a quiet thrill in suspecting that an undeniable pattern or message may lurk one experiment away, hidden behind the next dataset we gather. We can almost taste the revelation, as though it's dangling just out of reach. In the quest to decode the cosmic language, we might discover that the universe has been patiently waiting for us to ask the right questions. And as historical breakthroughs have often shown, results can arrive in the most unexpected places. Are you prepared for the possibility that everything we accept as reality could shift in an instant once the universal puzzle pieces align? So here we stand on the precipice, confronted by a universe that might be humming with cryptic messages just beyond our grasp. Each clue we uncover stretches the boundaries of what we consider possible. Maybe we've been ignoring a grand cosmic symphony all along, too absorbed in our small corner of reality to notice the universal score playing in plain sight. Or maybe these patterns are illusions, a reflection of our longing to find an origin for everything. That sense of anticipation remains, tugging at our intellect and imagination, urging us to venture deeper. Will you be one of those who dares to peer beyond the veil, to question whether we're truly alone in the grand conversation of existence? The puzzle pieces are scattered through space and time, waiting for us to connect them. It's a challenge that could reframe the human journey, possibly bridging science, spirituality, and our own sense of purpose. Whether you lean towards scientific rigor or cosmic wonder, there's an undeniable thrill in not knowing, and an even greater exhilaration in the possibility of finally cracking the code. If this stirs something within you, share your perspective in the comments. Have we painted cosmic illusions, or are we on the threshold of the greatest decryption effort in history? Let your thoughts roam free, and if you want to keep exploring these mysteries together, subscribe and help us probe deeper into the unknown. Let's see if one day we can hear the universe speak in a voice we never knew existed.